On the 43rd day of our challenge run, we do nothing. A Maleth.
Wait a minute.
I see the sheep herder. Yeah, okay. The fucking quest log distinctly says that the orc colonel is somewhere around Lobart's farm. Can you tell how frustrated I am? So today we're just gonna aimlessly wander around looking for him in this general vicinity because he's supposedly here. Even though I can't think of a single cave around here that I haven't already checked out. I'm just gonna check out this dingy forest a little bit. Let's see. What the hell was that? Okay, just mushrooms. You can never be too careful with things you don't recognize. And this just takes us back to the ocean, doesn't it? Looks like it. Yeah. Ooh. I did forget about these caves, but this is not Lobart's farm anymore. This is like by the city. Frustrating, isn't it? I do like the fact that it's not super explicit about it. Like, once again, and I know I ranted about this plenty in my Gothic 1 challenge run. In a modern game, there would just be a waypoint, and you wouldn't even have to think about where it is. You'd just go fucking look for it. You'd see it on your little compass, and you just run towards it, not pay attention to the world around you, and then go there, kill him, call it a day, bye. But we don't have that luxury. Gotta actually figure it out. And the fact that I've played this before, more than once before, would technically give me an upper hand here, but my memory does not serve me well. Oh look, another pickaxe. I could have saved myself 300 gold. Ay, ay, ay. And we already checked up around the stone circle. So where do you think now? I guess this is the only area that I haven't checked out. But I would hesitate to refer to this as Lobart's farm anymore. Just getting mauled by rats. I aimed at somebody for a second there, I don't know who. Yeah, into the moat. There's lots of stuff in here. Lots of stuff that I don't care about. We are too far beyond all this shit. Now, this could be promising, but once again, it's not Lobart's farm now, is it? Look at all the healing herbs. There's good stuff here. Now, can I get down without dying? Yes. Alright, well, some easy XP to be found here. Wouldn't really call this a field, but hey. Now the nice thing about the auto-targeting is it is really handy to transition between targets without having to aim, but it is also kind of taking the skill out of it a bit. Which, not really a fan of. I mean, I think that's why I've never done an archery ranged build in Gothic, any Gothic game ever. Because it's just, I don't know, they've got a perfectly good combat system. I mean, that's a controversial opinion, but they have a combat system that's unique. Shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And a good magic system. And then the bow system is just kinda meh. Why would you bother putting yourself through that when there's more interesting ways of playing the game? So, that's why we're here. We're gonna play the game in the most boring way possible, because apparently it wasn't that much of a challenge. And that'll be your lot. Maybe the final boss will be a challenge. I mean, it has been challenging, like not using any magic or any swords whatsoever, because there are dex build swords that make a dex build very viable, but a bow only build is a slightly different story. And I have a hard time believing that like you have to put all your points into dex if you're going to use a bow. There's no way of like kind of half-assing it. If you're going to half-ass it, then you're probably going to use your sword. There's a lot of wargs. And I see a cave down there. Uh-oh. Get it? Alright. Getting slightly more ballsy. I can take on more wargs because I can deal more damage. And for no other reason whatsoever. This cave is not by Lobart's farm. And I'm suspecting there's no orcs in it, just because of its other occupant. But I'm still gonna check it out. Look at that damage. Whoop. A light crossbow. Well, shall we see what's inside? Not much. Rats. The most deadly foe. And goblins. It's a big cave. Sort of, anyway. Alright, I'll bite. What's in here? This sounds like the Sleeper's Temple. This doesn't look good. You don't scare me anymore. That noise, that is something else though. Well, that's not too loud in post. I'll have to check that out. Apparently I missed the crow noise a couple episodes ago. Whoopsie. Although I also noticed, like one of my episodes from further back, I think 29 popped up, and I completely missed a whole section that I meant to edit out too, so that's cool. Not that I like cut a whole bunch, but usually I just like cut out the whole part where I save the game, just for sake of, you know, nobody needs to sit there and see that. But I missed one. And considering I watch every episode back on fast forward just to make sure I don't miss them, that's kind of sloppy, so... Whoops. Everyone has their days. And I've been falling behind lately, so my editing has been getting more slapdash, not less. Just lots of other things going on right now. It's harder to fit in like a whole hour and a half of gameplay. And then like a half hour of editing on top of that. If not more, depending on like how much stuff there is. Like the more I save, the more editing needs to be done, obviously. And the more I die. That's why Dracan got to be a bit of a hassle, because like I died 37 times per play session. And I just have to edit a bunch of it out. Back when I did the Gothic 1 playthrough, like that was so easy. Not because, I mean, part of it was because I just knew the game so well that there wasn't a whole lot that I didn't already see coming. And because of that, like, I kind of knew what I could and couldn't do. I didn't die much. Like, I think I died Well, I showed all my deaths, and that was what, like 3-4 deaths throughout the entire playthrough? Like, I've already topped that, just because I didn't know this as well. But it was also easier just because, like, I didn't edit out the saving or that stuff. I just would throw it into the editor, clip off the bit before the actual gameplay started, clip off the end of it, and send it to export. Away I go. It was a lot less work. But it wasn't as good of a product, I guess. In all fairness. Although I feel like I had more to say about that game. Probably also just because I'd played it so much more than this. There's a lot of things that I just genuinely don't know about this game versus the other one. I knew basically everything. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Okay. Well, we're nowhere near Lobart's farm. Go figure. I'm mostly just looking for the Orcish warlords. But, right, we got that quest from what's-his-face? Randolph. And you know what? I'm gonna just use a speed potion to expedite things a bit. Not that it's that much faster than the jumping. Like, it's barely faster at all, in fact. But we're gonna go head off to the monastery. Because we need that book from Pyrokar, so we might as well get that. Figure out whatever the hell's going on with Zardas's line, and then maybe we'll stumble upon another clue as to where the hell the Orc Colonel is. Maybe. If I'm lucky. Probably not, though. But I can hope. Hope is what keeps it all alive. Gonna kind of skim along and keep my eye open for more orc parties. To be fair, we could go down to the farm as well. That might reveal some things to us. Maybe I'll make that trip after we're done at the monastery. This is not where I wanted to be. Yeah, there's Orcish warlords all over the place, but we're looking for the Orc Colonel. It'd be really great if I could remember where he was. Sadly, I do not. Come get me. I'm glad that your leader is completely oblivious to your deaths. He's such a good commander. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, no, no, no. He's gonna go kill that mage, isn't he? Don't! No! You fucking asshole! Isgaroth. No! I mean, he was a mage, so he didn't have a whole lot, but he had potions and stuff. Damn it. What a dickish spawn place for that orc. Well, he died. We're just gonna roll with it. Not scum saving. Whatever happens, happens. Unless I die, of course. I mean, we can't just roll with that one. That would be hardcore mode, and fuck that. I'd play Gothic 1 on hardcore mode, for sure. I wouldn't play Gothic 2 on hardcore mode. It's too long. You got anything new to say, Milton?
I killed all the dragons.
Really? So there's more than a glimmer of hope on the horizon. Now all we have to do is cut off the head of evil. If you have indeed done that, then we shall win the war.
Who, me?
You, of course. Who else?
Everything hinges on me. No pressure.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I'd have an anxiety attack personally, but you know, Some people handle this shit better.
I talked to the dragons.
What did they say?
They kept talking about the power of their master and how he settled in the halls of Irdorath.
Enos be with us. The Black Temple has regained its power and is now sending its henchmen into our world.
All the dragons are dead.
That is good news indeed, but it does nothing to change our situation, which seems hopeless. The Seekers still have not left. On the contrary, I hear more and more reports that during these last few days, their numbers have even increased. Killing off the dragons has dealt the enemy a blow, but it did not suffice. We need to dig this evil out by the roots.
What are these halls of Irdorath?
The Eastern Invocation Temple of the god Beliar. There are 4 of them in the land of Myrtana, but this one is probably the most terrifying temple of all. About 40 years ago, the northern and western temples of this horrible deity were destroyed. The brave knights of that time gave their all to raze those mighty constructions to the ground. Back then, the black hordes of the enemy were helpless against the superior numbers and the heroic courage of the knights and paladins. It would have been easy to destroy the other 2 temples as well and rid the land of evil forever. But after the second temple fell, they simply disappeared.
Disappeared? An entire temple? Yeah, right.
Do not mock me. The situation is serious. If the halls of Irdorath have indeed regained their power, then it will not be easy to defeat the enemy. For that, you would have to find it first. And I think that this will be your next and hardest task.
We shall see. Zardas's book, which was believed to be lost, where is it?
I have been expecting you would ask that, but I fear that it will be of no help to you. It has been magically sealed. I took it to one of our lower vaults, and even we have so far tried in vain to open it. That accursed Zardas has played a dirty trick on us.
Can I see the book?
Be my guest. I cannot imagine you being successful where the greatest masters of our monastery have failed. But go ahead and give it a try. Talamon is not going to stop you.
Talamon, believe we saw him before.
You can't go on like this forever.
Into the basement. Was it this way? The basement? No. This was the back door. The underdoor.
Better watch out. You can tell that's it.
You are not permitted to go further. Turn back.
Pyrokar says I'm allowed to examine Zardas's book.
So he says that. All right, you may enter. The book you are looking for is over there on the alchemist's bench.
That's totally obvious.
Excellent. What else can we learn while we're here? Use it.
That's just what I said.
Nothing. Halls of Irdorath. Okay. Let's open the book.
Zarek Bandardo. Ah, the book's open. There's a letter and a key hidden inside.
Okay. The key opens the last door. Interesting. Was there like another letter? Okay, yeah. The lamp carries light into the lower regions. Alright. Oh. Even at this library. what fresh hell lies beneath these frickin' floors. Bet you it's not gonna be fun. Yep. Yep. I was just about to say it's probably skeletons. How did I know? Well, because it's always skeletons in Gothic. It's orcs and it's skeletons. Luckily, I'm not too afraid of them anymore. So I can deal a pile of damage. It's probably actually more profitable to learn that language now than to do more for our decks. I want to see if our, like, if the cost for decks jumps again, though. Okay. I thought it was threatening to crash for a second there. Okay, close quarters combat with a bow. Not my favorite thing. Float the bow, there we go. Why'd you make it a maze, Zardus? Where's it coming from? I see your shit. I mean, as long as they're one at a time, they're fine. It's when there's more that it's a problem. Ow. And when they combo. Alright. I can hear the guys talking, so we're just below them. Okay. Which way to proceed? I like it when you back up a little bit. Makes me feel slightly better when you put some distance between us. Mm-hmm. Don't miss. Where is it? I heard it. There it is. Okay. Getting dark. I will not be using light spells, because that's magic. Even though it makes no bloody difference. Still not gonna do it. I'm getting turned around now, which is probably the point. It's usually why people make mazes. Gonna pick up your swords. I don't really care about the bones, they don't help me. Alright. Well, these are both dead ends. And this was also a dead end, okay. I'm just gonna keep going left. Nope. Left. There we go. Okay. I think we're moving forward. If I find skeleton bits, then we know I'm not. We're not. That. Son of a bitch, this is where I came down. It's all coming apart. Is there a skeleton? Yes, okay. That looks like where I need to be. How did I miss this? Oh shit. No! Oh, Nelly. Get out! Get out, you fool! Oh, I'm so fucked. Nope. Please. No. Fuck skeleton mages. It's the old Thief 2 school of maze design. Where it's like right next to the entrance. Shit. Please don't miss. Alright, this time, let's not get frozen. And then screwed by everything that it summons. Where is it? Fucking know you're here. Yeah. Try it. Fucking pricks. Alright. Oh, that's just lovely. Don't like that. God damn it. Not even a little bit. Why, Zardes? Why did you fill everything with undead? I know it's your shtick, but still. Fucking necromancers. So somebody's sweeping. And we're sweeping up undead. Great! Multiple demons. I'm going to top myself right up. Don't like this shit. Alright, here goes nothing. Back up. Oh, can you not come in? What a crying... Ow! Ow! Oh boy. That's different. That one's different. Fucking go. I think that was a greater demon. And it shows. Wonder how much damage it's gonna soak up. Oh, look at that! You feel well and strong. Because you ate so many apples. I guess you don't have to eat them all in a row. Oh, good. At least it's stuck. I can't fucking target it. I can target the other demon and hit it by accident. But I can't target it. Okay. Come here. Hopefully you're the last one. That's demon. Yeah, demon lord. Ah. Like what was guarding the sleeper. That's the kind of power Zardes wields. Isn't that fun to know? Is it stuck? Or is it just flying very slowly? Oh no, it was stuck. Nope, back up. There we go. I feel like the Demon Lord was disproportionately much stronger. Almanac. Oh. The dome may protect the ore from the menace of Beliar. The king's naive enough to believe that we built the dome as protection against breakouts. Well, as long as such ruses enables us to fulfill higher goals, let it be so. I can only hope we have enough time left to prepare for the fight. Ah, so the barrier wasn't even there to stop the convicts from leaving. It was there to contain the evil. You have to create a teleportation rune. Oh no! To reach the secret place, for that you need a blank runestone and a small bottle of holy water. I am now reasonably certain that the Tears of Innos are what the Paladins of old used. Oh shit, the consecration of the sword. Okay. That's fine. I'll be doing it without that sword because I can't use it anyway. Shit. So we need a rune probably to get the paladin armor, which is stupid. It's fucking stupid because the paladins have paladin armor. Why do I need to go through some bullshit ritual to get it? Where? I don't even know what rune I picked up. Nothing. Wow. Yeah, okay, this is just kind of the setup of Gothic 1, if you care to pause that and read. Interesting lore stuff. Fuck. There was a note that I picked up, right? I just have to go through. Excuse the time wasting. Come on. Those are the orders. Crumpled letter. Maybe not. Dusty book. What the building is the halls of Elder. Okay. The converted paladin no longer seems to react to any stimuli. I have stored his armor and the rest of his belongings in the back room. The door can only be opened from inside. I have built a teleport room to get into the room. I have placed the instructions for it in the almanac. Well, you have to create a teleportation rune to reach the secret place. Well. It's behind this wall. And we're not going to use it. Because I can't use magic. Far as I'm concerned, that's part of the challenge. And unless it soft locks me and tells me that I can't progress unless I get it, and I'm not sure that it will. Actually, let's look at the quest log. Shit. I wonder. I'm kind of curious now. I wonder if there's like a secret in there that like reveals where the halls of Irdorath even are, because this book, I've read everything, right? There's nothing on these bookshelves. Okay. There's nothing in here. So I guess we go back. When did this door close? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess that's it. We've got to go. I gotta get out. I gotta figure out how to get out. I feel like it was right beside where I was, and I'm just going in circles now. So I'm gonna circle my way back. Oh, no. I'm lost in the labyrinth. This is just how it ends. Okay. This is the room. And now... just trying to figure out, where was it? Where did we come from? This is infuriating. I know I'm not following the rule of mazes, but like... okay, this is where we were. And... this is nothing. I already confirmed that, I know. Okay. I'm gonna go this way. And... yeah, okay. I knew it wasn't far from the entrance. It was like... if you took just a slightly different route, you would have gotten there immediately. Well, there's nothing to stop me from... oh, I guess we'll recharge the eye, because why not? Hmm. Wow. Yeah, I have a bad feeling that like the location of the Halls of Yurdorath is in that secret passage, and I'm gonna have to go in there to figure it out. That'd be kind of a
I'll never
bummer,
get this open without the right key.
because that means that I have to break the challenge. Let's talk to you. You got anything good for me?
Hey, you!
Oh, what's up?
You seem to have worked up a sweat.
Yes, I'm completely exhausted. For days I've been trying to get this confounded concoction to work. I just can't do it.
What's the problem?
The recipe says something about a dragon egg. Of course, I don't have one of those things. So I've been trying to simulate that ingredient. However, with little success thus far. If one of those things should ever roll across your path in some cave, then think of me.
Ooh.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, that was only a joke. I do not believe you will really find a dragon egg.
Just wait. Here, I've got a dragon egg for you.
You're trying to pull my leg. It's real. I hadn't thought it possible. Where did you find it?
I'd rather keep that to myself.
Excellent. What do you want for it?
Oh. Healing potions, a surprise, or some sort of potion that's ready. Some of the potion when it's ready. I mean, yeah, it's probably
Give
the
me
best.
some of the potion when it's ready.
All right, but as I said, I have no idea what will come from it. Come back later when I have finished it.
Okay. Yeah, let's just look at that quest log again. Yeah. I'm betting I have to break the challenge to figure out where the hell we're even going. Because I remember, like, we get on this ship to go to the final area, which is the Halls of Yurdorath.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
But we need the queue to go there.
I've got no time for things like
So unless someone can tell me, like this chap.
I've been able to open Zardas's book.
What? How did you do that? It well nigh drove me to despair.
Zardas told me the trick.
Ah, is that it? How interesting. I can only hope for you that Zardas's bad influence is not going to spoil you. I am warning you. Do not fall for the tricks of that old devil. You might come to regret it.
Nah, he's a good guy.
The book mentions a secret library.
Whatever are you talking about?
A library beneath these walls here. Does that ring a bell?
No. Where is that library supposed to be, did you say?
I see. You have no idea. What are the Tears of Innos?
The Tears of Innos are nothing but an old child's tale. It tells of how the battle between Innos and Beliar started at the beginning of time.
I found this potion.
That cannot be. I cannot believe it.
What's the matter?
If these are really the genuine Tears of Innos, then...
Hardly.
Do not interrupt me. If these are the real Tears of Innos, then we have a powerful weapon against the enemy.
What do you mean by weapon?
Legend has it that under the influence of this substance, the warriors of Innos were able to perform almost superhuman deeds. They were immune to all kinds of exhaustion and had the strength of 2 bears. The greatest heroic feats of the olden days were only made possible by the Tears of Innos.
I understand.
But the tears can bring suffering and death as well. Only the members of our order may drink this draught. Anyone else, even the Paladins of our Lord, would face a cruel death.
So what are the Tears of Innos?
When Enos realized that he had to fight Beliar, his own brother, in order to preserve creation, his sorrow was great. He started to weep, and his tears fell down onto the world. There were many of them, for his heart was so full of grief that he wept for 13 years.
Get to the point.
The people who found his tears and tasted them were filled with supernatural strength and clarity. They recognized the wisdom of Enos' creation and began to serve him. They were the first members of the Community of the Fire. The tears gave them strength, courage, and wisdom. But that is all very long ago, and it has been more than 250 years since anyone last set eyes on a tear of Enos.
Well, now what? Actually, let's just
Any
ask.
news?
No, nothing which you do not already know, brother.
How about you?
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Dismissed. You know what you have to do.
Actually, I fucking don't. Other than find a way into that area. Mm-hmm.
Can I be of assistance to you?
No.
What's your
probably not.
task here?
My tasks are many and varied. Not only am I the steward, but I am also the treasurer. Moreover, I supervise the wine cellar, and I'm in control of the monastery's food supplies. So, if there's anything you need, you can always come to me and get it. For a modest contribution, that is.
Do you have potions?
I need a few things.
He does. Look at that. Weapon protection. Alright. Lots of spells. Some holy water, which I apparently need now. A rune. Pretty sure all that shit was there, but hey. Just in case I sold my stuff. So much crap. I'm just gonna sell it. Man, I got a lot of crossbows now. Keep Sengraths. Well, oh, you know what? I'll sell these potions because I don't need them. I'll keep the permanent one in case I want to sell my soul to Beliar some more. We will sell all of the spell scrolls because we don't need them. And this rune. And that rune. What else? I mean, I'm rich again. That's nice. I won't be. In a sec, I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of potions off this guy. As soon as I decide on what the hell I'm selling. Teeth. Well, I think that about does it. If there's shit, he's got it. Remember that one. I'm not selling you that for 38 gold. Fuck that. Okay. Yeah. Lots of potions. Well, I'm just curious because, like, there's nothing against making the rune, right? And maybe it'll give me XP. I just need a fucking rune crafting table.
You already know what I
And I don't know where that is. Actually, I suspected there was one in the library, but I don't know.
For Enos, brother, if you have come to learn something about the consecration of the sword, then ask Marduk.
Oh.
May Enos illuminate your path.
Can you consecrate a
Better watch
bow?
out who you tell that to.
That was no big deal. Any news?
No, alas not. The situation is still very critical.
Innos deals out fair punishment. What can you teach me?
Naturally, I cannot teach you your combat skills. I can, however, bring the essence of Innos and his gifts closer to you. Besides, it is my task to prepare you for the consecration of the sword.
And the magic?
Here, we teach only our magic. You must learn the magic of the Paladins in the city.
What's the consecration of the sword?
The consecration of the sword is one of the Paladins' most sacred rituals. During this ceremony, the holy power of Innos flows through the blade of the Paladin's sword and gives the sword undreamed of powers. A sword so consecrated is a Paladin's most valuable possession and will accompany him his whole life long.
What do you mean by that?
When Innos had to leave our world, he left humankind a part of his divine power. Only a few of us humans are allowed to use his power and to oversee justice in his name.
And what do you want to bring closer to me?
I can set you on the right path to recognize the essence of Innos and follow him.
Maybe later.
You are heartily welcome here anytime.
I want to consecrate my sword.
If you are determined to take this step, you will first need a blade of tempered ore. With this, you should then retreat to the chapel and pray. During the prayer, and after a reasonable donation to our Lord Innos, you should ask Innos for his grace and guidance in the battle against evil. If Innos is well disposed towards you, your sword will be consecrated to our Lord from that moment on.
Only Innos decides what's right. Where can I get a magic blade?
Try in the city with Herod, the smith. He provides the Paladins with specially tempered blades while they are on the island.
That'll only cause more trouble.
What kind of a donation?
Now, in view of the grace that is granted to you, a sum of 5,000 gold pieces is more than suitable.
Jesus,
of course, you are allowed to give more.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. I don't even get to use the sword and I'm gonna have to pay 5 fucking grand for it? Oh, no. Okay. Where is a rune crafting bench? I think there's one in the friggin' library.
That's just what I said.
And I have a bad feeling the library key is one of the keys that I sold.
Right key.
As if I don't have enough.
Because I'm just that brand of genius.
Innos deals out fair punishment.
I don't want to pay 5 grand for a frickin' sword. Where is a friggin' rune crafting bench? Is there one in here? No, of course not. Where else can I find one? Oh, there was one in the valley. I know there's one there.
I'll
Maybe
never
the
get this
Paladins
open
have
without the
one.
right key.
Well, shit.
Do you really think?
Fun fact, games and movies and lots of things talk about, you know, the temper of the blade. It has to be perfectly tempered, otherwise it's not a real sword, blah blah blah. Tempering is only one part of heat treating when it comes to steel. So when you're when you're treating your steel, first off, it has to be a high carbon steel, or in this case magic ore, whatever. You heat it up until it reaches its point where the crystalline structure of the steel is just so, and various steels have different points where that happens. And then you quench the blade, which is the first part of the heat treat, and that makes it very, like, it locks in the carbon crystals with the steel, and that creates a very hard but brittle blade in this case. And then the temper is the process when you heat it up, but not quite as much. It's usually somewhere around 400 to 500 degrees that you heat it to, as opposed to like the 1200 that you would heat it up to do your heat treat, or to do your quenching. And that takes some of the brittleness out of the blade, and it also takes some of the strength away, but you also have flexibility, so it's much more resilient. And all of these processes have fuck all to do with how sharp it can be, which is another thing that's kind of a misnomer in games and stuff. Anything can be as sharp as anything. It's a matter of how well it'll hold that sharp edge. And obviously, an end-tempered blade that's only quenched and hardened will hold an edge much better, but it's so brittle that it's kind of useless because it'll just shatter if it were to hit, say, another blade or something. So that's just a little bit about blade stuff. I could have gotten a little more technical about the metallurgy of steel, but I'd have to go back and read some notes. It is a thing that I know a bit about. I know somebody at one point in history was giving me shit about what the hell do you even know about swords anyway, and well, fair bit actually. But let's not get into all that. Okay, the Paladins do not have a frickin' rune crafting. Okay, before I get too upset about it, let's go to the Paladin's house. And maybe there's one in here. But so far, no. Shit. I probably sold the library key, and you know what? I'm betting I even sold it in the Valley of Mines, so I have to go back to the Valley of Mines for another reason, so that's fun. Okay. I will talk to Harrod about getting a sword, because there's a possibility that it'll lock me out without that. Actually, maybe it won't, actually. I'm betting that I have to figure out Zardas's secret little stash. Alright. Well, it mentions a secret library. It must be somewhere here in the cellar. Well, I don't know. I'm still kind of miffed that I never found out anything about the orc colonel. Like, I haven't got a fucking clue where he is. I'm just gonna check out Frontier again, because I'm stubborn and I'm like, there's gotta be a cave somewhere. I have a distinct memory of like the orc colonel, but I couldn't tell you where it is. And I'm not Googling it. Fuck that. I will. Oh! Ah, that's interesting that you guys didn't care. Back up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Played that one a little dangerously. Man, they were keeping an eye on the harbor real good. Interesting. Okay, I will actually use a full heal here, because it's warranted. Ah, there's two of them keeping an eye over here. And there's a cave with an orcish warlord. It's not a colonel though, unfortunately. Maybe there's another one. I mean, there had to be something good here. Okay. Just in case. Oh, it goes deeper. Maybe. Ah. Uh-oh. 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 He's got a special weapon. I don't want to know what it does. Wielding a two-handed axe with one hand. Big brutes. Uh-oh. Oh. Shit. Found him. Don't you worry, I'll get you. Eventually. Eventually I have to hit this guy. So now, here's a question. If I have to use the teleportation rune to get in there for quest progression, do I allow myself to use the armor? If that's where it's hidden, and I'm pretty sure it is. I might not. Just for sake of argument of challenge. But we'll see. There was a mention that maybe you needed a rune to get the armor, so maybe. Ah. Sheepskins. What were you guys doing in here? Just hanging out by the look of it. Wow, we got the Colonel. I guess I can report to Hagen. It'll be a longer day, but whatever. Oh. At least we accomplished something today. Didn't like jumping on that plank for whatever reason. Yeah, we got something done. I found the Colonel, so I don't have to go piss around Lobart's farm anymore. There is more than a skeleton crew here. He was just looking into the tavern like, I wish I could go in there, but my faith won't let me. Praise Xenos, I can't have fun. Again, we have some news. At least he's closer. I don't have to go all the way to the house to get him now. I need a ship. Oh, maybe I don't have to.
There's something else I have to report
Holy
about
shit.
the Orcish warlords.
Then tell me.
I can give you some more orc rings.
I am proud of you. Carry on. Soon we shall have forced them to their knees. Here, let me give you some gold towards your equipment.
Yeah, I might need it now.
I need a ship.
So do a lot of people, soldier. You do not even have a captain, to say nothing of a crew.
What about the ship in the harbor?
It belongs to me, and that's that. We shall transport the ore with this ship. Once that is done, then you can ask me again.
What are you waiting for?
We are still waiting for our equipment and provisions, then we set off.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens next time, I guess. I'm gonna sleep in Diego's house, because it's here. And we'll let the bitch neighbor yell at us tomorrow. Anyway, got something done, things are unfolding. Exciting things next time, and maybe it'll be more of a challenge if we don't get to use that armor. Only time will tell. Oh, someone's gonna yell at me. Well, until then, please like the video, and have a good one while somebody stares at us sleep.